first time they kiss, she just finished saying how she's been dating her for 2 years. And then Adele leans over and kisses her, and then they have sex for 7.5 minutes. And I'm like, what happened here? Wait a
fact
minute.
too that they literally go from kissing in the park to that sex scene crack me up.
Is insane. Is
It's
insanity.
and the fact that this is supposed to be Adele's first time with a woman.
Yeah,
And
I'm
she's
sorry. Your first time is not eating her out while she's standing up. Like,
that's
that's
what I'm saying. Like the sex scene is literally just like, okay,
it's a little
let's take
porny.
a lesbian Kama Sutra and be like,
Yeah.
okay, what are the different like I was laughing, I was like, okay, so 69. I'm like every position possible like is happening. I'm like, okay, oh now she's on her stomach. All right, now they're by the window. Do you know what I mean? Like they just kept moving to different positions. And I was like, this is insane. Like
Yeah, it's wild.
not
It's
that's the
wild.
thing. Okay. I will say not completely like out of the realm of possibility
No, you
for
can go all
lesbian
night
sex.
when you're that young. Come on, please. You got
But as
stamina at age 18.
the first person you ever slept with, and she's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know how to do this. I feel super comfortable doing this. I'm going like excessively after this.
Listen,
Does
French people are
not
sexual, Ellie, okay? Like,
not
they
feel
just have a
realistic.
raw sexuality that maybe you're not prepared for, and she was just ready for this. This was
You're
her
right.
time to shine,
You're right.
okay?
You're right. Like, but yeah, that's
I will say it's a much less inhibited
culture.
society
Yeah.
culture that they don't it's funny sometimes when you go to Europe and realize like just how much puritanical shadow there is on so
Mm-hmm.
much of the US, you know. There is that part of it. I did think it was so funny that I was like, like, I feel similarly about it in this film as I did in crossing myself as I say this, Ammonite, where I'm just like, I'm sorry, but like the first move is almost never going to be like them standing, you on your knees. That's a hard
Yeah,
position.
it's
That's
an
uncomfortable for
uncomfortable
everyone.
position. It's an
Like,
uncomfortable
it's not a
position.
comfort. Being the standing person is probably not ideal for you, and being the kneeling person, that's got to be rough on the neck. Like, I just
Yeah,
doesn't it
exactly. It's
doesn't look
not
like
the
the
first.
go-to.
No, it's not the first thing that someone would do. Like when you,
No,
this is not, it's not the first move. Um, but
it
yes,
feels like
it
a very
is.
like there's a camera in the room and like
So let's get all the angles. And like
yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, while we're on the sex scene, let's dive in a little bit. So, um, what's her name? Leah Seydoux. How do you say that?
Leia, yeah.
Leah Seydoux has come out like pretty aggressively towards the director, Abdelatif Kechick. How do you say that?
I am gonna take my best guess, which is I would say Abdelatif Keshish, but it's also not a
Abdelatif
French name, so that's my best
Kechick.
French pronunciation
You're
of a
doing
name that
great.
is not French.
But they had like like famously had a feud over this because sorry, I just want to read some of this.
Oh, you know what's funny? The comic book has the title "Blue is the warmest color." Interesting. That makes no sense to me as a name.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this says even in 2022, she literally says intimacy coordinator would not have helped conditions on the insane blue is the warmest color set.
Wow,
Right? This sex scene took 10 days to film.
that is insane.
10 days,
That's
right?
insane.
And said there were 100 takes for just one shot that they used in the film. Um,
The director sounds insane though about the takes in general.
well,
Like,
that's the thing. Like, right? Like, it was the entire, and then so basically she said too, she's like, it was the whole experience of the movie. She was like, the sex scene, obviously, people have focused on, but the entire film was insane. Like, the guy, she says, and I quote, the guy is just nuts.
yeah, that's crazy.
Just nuts. And then he kept fighting back and being like, yo, if she had such a bad experience, why'd she even come to the film festival? Like, why'd she even come to the premiere? oh, because she worked her ass off for an entire year,
Right.
and she was like, I might as well enjoy the fruits of my excessive labor.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, I mean, the thing is realistically, the end product is great. Like, it's a great film. Like, it's a great, you know, like the acting and the shots and like they are good takes, but it's like you as a director shouldn't it shouldn't take you that long to get them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the problem. Is it just feels like an indictment of like if you can't do it faster than that, then like you're doing something wrong. You
Yes.
know,
Well,
like
and
that's
that's the point, is
wild.
like both of them said like he was going too far for the realism, where it was like, even for the parts where like they'd be drinking or whatever, he'd be like, you should be drunk in the scene, and he tried to like get them drunk.
Mm,
Like, and it's like
yeah,
there
that's
is a limit to which you should be fully immersing these two actresses in the trauma that is these characters.
yeah.